We are a research and training institute who's committed to studying the church as a unique cultural minority in historical and contemporary practice and thought. And the CSBE came about by my PhD research, which involves looking at the African American church as she applied the principles of discipleship, prayer, and functioned as a persecuted minority, often a multi-ethnic persecuted minority in the Americas through the 17th, 18th, 19th centuries. That's how it came about. And Dr. Guy Richard realized that maybe this had some value, kind of looking at an expression of the church in America that wasn't tied to power, politics, and culture. It hasn't really been explored. And so we felt that with the rise in anti-cultural hostility here in the West, maybe it was time to take a look at some other expressions outside of the usual suspects that we usually look at when we look at the minority church. We think that it's increasingly clear that the church in the West no longer enjoys the perks of the dominant culture. We are actually rapidly becoming our own distinct cultural minority. And so to that end, we're drawing from the knowledge of contemporary scholars and practitioners from inside the minority church among the nations and also throughout history so that we can strengthen each other for Christ's glory. We can learn from them exactly how one navigates a culture that's hostile towards your core identity. So we're interested in people who are community makers. We are interested in people who are parachurch leaders, church planters, mothers, fathers, people who have a home and would open it up to create Christian community. It's really open to anybody who wants to think about church and community in a more more in line with the stream of historical Christianity and underground Christianity and stealth Christianity, with an awareness that they actually occupy citizenship in two realms. So we're really grateful for organizations like Prayer Current who are thinking along the same lines. Prayer Current understands, the leaders at Prayer Current understand that we are in a different day and age and a different place in history for the church in the West. So while the CSBE is a research institute, we're also a training institute. And of course, being Christians, we believe the Bible to be the inerrant, infallible Word of God. But because we believe that, we believe our enemy in the midst of anti-Christian hostility is not people. We believe we only have one enemy who wants to frustrate these plans, the one that Christians will call Satan. But we believe that this means this is not a temporal battle where you would use weapons that are made by this world, man-made weapons, but it's a spiritual battle. And we need those spiritual weapons. We need to sharpen them. We need to learn how to use them better, I think, to continue to do the work of the church under these kinds of circumstances. And that's why the CSBE enjoys partnering with organizations like Prayer Current, so we ourselves can relearn how to pray, to remember what we've forgotten, to re-enter, I think, how the first churches functioned originally, to return to first principles and our principal foundation of prayer. And the CSBE aims to do this before we strategize another moment.